Hey, hey, hey. Hey, guys. Welcome to the team call. Thanks for joining me live. We have about 18 on right now, so props to you all who got here live on time. So let me do, before we get started, I'm going to do the live. I'm going to do the drawing, the prize drawing for being on live. I'm going to do it early, just so I don't forget, because I start getting to talking and I forget. So in the team page, the raffle for being on live, okay? And guys, like I said, if you're live, you answer this question, and if anybody answers it that's not live, there is a way to confirm who's on live. I have, this tells me who gets on, so I have a library of your email addresses. So we're gonna ask the question, what's Am I back on? Can you see me now? I don't know what happened. Yay, we're on, right? Yes. Oh gosh, yes. Okay, sorry about that. I have no idea what happened. All of a sudden the screen went blank. That's never happened before. Oh gosh, okay. I was freaking out. Okay, my bad. My whole computer like shut down. I mean, I had plenty of battery. I just don't know. But all my notes went away, so I'm gonna have to open them up. But I'll handle that. So anyway, we had the team call raffle. So enter in the team page. If you just go to the team page, I just said team call raffle, your favorite program. Okay, so tonight we're talking about, you missed the question. I'll just type it down here just in case anybody hops on late. Comment on team page post. Okay. A bunch of my phone's now blowing up on Facebook notifications. People are trying to find me. I'm here. Okay. Okay, guys, we're talking about maximizing the Core to Force launch. I apologize for tech issues, but this is really something that I don't feel like I've really been ahead of with team calls in the past. I haven't really helped like on this far out, and I want to. I don't think about doing it until kind of close to the start date. And actually, it would have been much better if I had talked to you last week, because yesterday was the first sneak peek of the Core to Force program, which is, you know, a really great opportunity to start planting seeds for that. But that's okay. There's another one coming up, and even if you did not have that opportunity to, even if you didn't have that opportunity to do the sneak peek yesterday, I want you to go ahead and mark on your calendars right now that October 24th is another sneak peek. So even if you've done it in the past, you did it yesterday, those sneak peeks on BOD are huge to share with people like what they're working with. So I'll go ahead and put that on your calendar right now. Let me shut this door because I'm probably gonna bother my husband with my loud talking. Okay. So before we get started, first of all, welcome to the call. Thank you for taking the time out of your evening to be here on in a time that, you know, I know that it's tough with bedtime. I had such a bedtime struggle. My kids were just lost their minds. I had to go for the wine. I had to. Bedtime's hard. Anyway, so thank you so much for being here. I have a couple of announcements before we get moving into the topic of tonight. If you did not notice in your email or in I'm not sure if they put it in the breaking news, but I know it was in an email that they sent out, that we're introducing something called a Team Spirit competition. I think that's what it's called. I had it all opened up on my computer for notes, but that I'll turn off. There's a Team Spirit competition. So usually they do a team classic or a fall classic or something in this time of year to kind of ramp up, you know, excitement. So there's like the teams of 5. They've also done things where it's teams of 2. So this is exciting because it's something new. It's the teams of at least 20. So I'm not going to go into all the FAQs, but I encourage you, go to the FAQ and look this up. There's different ways to win, and some might be concerned that it favors larger teams. I don't think that that's necessarily the case, but I just want you to put that on your radar, because I think it's something that these kind of I'm not a competition girl. I don't like contests. They kind of freak me out. But I always use these things to get excited, to get my team excited, and to help me train new coaches. It's just that team morale. It's fun. You win prizes. Like, why not? You know. So definitely take a peek if this is all brand new to you. You're like, what is that she's talking about? Yes, Team Spirit competition. So, you know, I'll definitely do a Team Phoenix group, but smaller teams, diamond organizations might want to, do theirs. It doesn't have to be within the same team. They call it Team Spirit, but evidently you can do across the line. Put that on your homework after this call. Just to check out the FAQ. Also, for homework after this call is to go to the FAQs and look up the Core to Force launch. I don't want this call, I don't like my trainings to be so much about regurgitating what's in the FAQs and in the breaking news. I really do want you guys to be independent of me for that kind of stuff. Definitely want to help you as far as best practices for maximizing a launch, but it really is something, guys, that you really need to be in your back office on a daily basis, checking out the breaking news. I can't regurgitate it all. I can't, you know, I can't, it's just, I can't. It's really important that you're taking on those things and that you're, sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable. It's really important that you're kind of staying abreast of all these things. Now, you don't have to know everything about everything. It's just knowing a little bit about what's going on. And so, like, I can't even tell you everything about the Quarterforce launch right now, but I know where to find it. I know the basics, and I know when I need an answer, I know where to find it. And that's kind of what's important to know is, especially as a new coach, if you're a new coach, you're like, oh my gosh, there's just so much information to take in. I feel like I'll never figure it all out. I feel like I can never keep up. I want to just encourage you that you really don't have to know it all. You just don't. You just have to know that it's there when you need it. I just always took a big leap forward and just said, I'll figure it out later. I'll put something out there to a person and they're like, you know what, that sounds interesting. And then they'll ask me a question, be like, oh yeah, yeah. And then I'm like, shoot, how do I figure it out? That's how to do this. You really don't have to have it all under your belt. You just have to know where to find it when you need it. But when there are product launches like this, I do think being proactive is extremely important. So I'm going to share with you my best tips for maximizing a product launch. And if at any time you guys have tips or ideas to share, I'm all ears. I would love for you to put it in the chat window. And honestly, I really love when you ask questions because I like dialogue. I like interaction. I really, it just gets to be annoying to hear my voice and to not know if it's like clicking or if there are questions. So please, if you have any questions along the way, I really do want I want you to go ahead and feel confident asking. I don't care if you're a brand new coach or a veteran coach, your questions are welcome. I'm opening up my drive to get out my notes on this that I did have open. Oh, my bad. Okay. Here we go. I'm good to go. Okay. Let me tell you about when I got started as a coach. I started with the launch of T25. I had been doing a free group prior. I hadn't done anything as far as I wasn't doing any programs. I think I had done the Ultimate Reset like that spring, but I hadn't done any programs. And so I'm kind of right now, I'm the best facial expressions. Thanks, Stevie. I watched that playback of the live feed with Carl at Superstar Weekend, and I was just like cringing at my face. I just don't know what to do with it. I can't stop it. I need to get Botox just to like keep my face from doing all its crazy things. It's just, I don't know. I can't stop it. It's just what it is. But especially that live feed with Carl, I just look like, I don't know. No. Anyway, moving right along. So the why behind getting behind a product launch, there's so many reasons, and this is what I want everyone to really hear. Start with this. Product launches are huge business builders. They can be huge business builders when you are being proactive about riding the wave. You know, if anybody was here like with 21 Day Fix launch, that was so huge for growing a business. And if you were on the right side of that, you got to really take that wave up. And I think for me, it was really what gave me a lot of confidence because when I joined, there was a new product which got people excited. So if you feel like you haven't really gotten traction in your business, if you're a newer coach and you kind of haven't launched yet, then now is your time because these launches don't happen very often. Now is your time to really get excited because this is, if you set yourself up right, you are really going to be, it's going to be a good boost of your confidence to start with something like this. T25 was what I, started with, and I built myself halfway to diamond just with that. As a brand new coach, really had done free groups, but I hadn't actually done a challenge group. And so T25 was my first challenge group. And because it was brand new and because I had really been digging in people's lives prior, and then when I said, well, I'm going to do this, new program, do you want to do it with me? I would really love to, I was finishing off his last few pounds of baby weight. My baby was a year old by that point, and I really wanted to tone up, and I was just like, this is the time, and I invited a whole bunch of people, but I did a whole free group first. And it was awesome. I mean, like I felt like I rode that wave for a while, and then I got confidence after that product launch died down. But I was using that time to get experience and practice, and you know, it just, I feel like it was huge for me. And so that's why I really want to be, I want you guys, and even if you're not a new coach, this is obviously going to have those same kind of benefits for you, that it's going to be a big, huge boost in your business. So number one, I don't really care if you don't think Quarter Force is something you'll love. I think it's really important if you want to build a business to try programs. I know so many people come in with like the 21-day fix and they just want to, like, it's all they know how to talk about. Guys, I didn't love Country Heat for myself, but I bought it and did all the DVDs once, at least once, just to be able to like share. I just did not enjoy it. It's not for me. I mean, it was fun, but I didn't enjoy it for my own fitness goals. So I enjoyed doing the videos and sharing it. I really sweat, and it was but I knew that I wasn't going to do it for like, but I wanted to try it and I wanted to be able to speak about it. Every program that's come out, I get it and I try it. So I'm able to talk about it. So, and even if you think, you know, I'm not fit enough for something like that, I think this program is really great for to be modified, because there's no like speed that you have to keep up with. Like when they're doing combos, you go at your own speed. At least I know for the sneak peek that I did, the MMA, it was like 3-minute blocks and you had rests. It went by so fast. I love this kind of stuff, so I'm excited about it. Like I didn't get excited about 22-minute hardcore that much, but I did it. I went ahead and I hyped it up, and I thought, I'm going to give it a shot, and I'm going to be able to like share with people what it's like. So I strongly encourage you to get the program. I mean, if it's the same as most programs, it's gonna be like, you know, $45 with your discount. So, I mean, $45 is $45, but if you are gonna sell double, triple, quadruple, 10 times that because you're able to try it, then why, it's totally worth it, right? And you might find that you love it. So definitely just plan on getting it. Loving that we can just unlock those ones we aren't super into. Amanda says she's loving that they can unlock those ones. Yeah, you can do the digital unlock. I personally like having the DVDs, but it's great that you do have that option. So, and like Jenny said, she wasn't interested in it until she did the preview and actually liked it. So I was talking about modifications. I was on a video. You know how Facebook feeds you videos after you watch one? I got fed this video of a girl in a wheelchair doing it. She calls herself, her Instagram name is @thewheelchairmodifier or something like that. But this woman in a wheelchair, like totally killing it, like in her chair, doing her punches and jabs, and you can tell that she's using her core because the wheels on the wheelchair are moving. So she's having to like, it was awesome. And all I could think was, please nobody tell me this is too hard for them. Please don't no one tell me that they, you know, this is too intense. There's a great way to modify all these programs. So, all right. Moving into my best practices. Am I missing anything from the why behind it? No. I think it's pretty obvious that it is a huge deal for you to be behind product launches. I don't think there's any negative to getting behind these launches. I will say I would hesitate to use the email collector that Beachbody gives you. I won't do it because I don't know where they collect those emails. And if I'm gonna collect an email, I want it for myself. Okay, so I prefer, if you're gonna try to collect emails, don't use the email collector that Beachbody uses. You want that person's email address to be your I don't think they give them to you. I think what happens is if you order, it just gets credited to you, but you don't have those email addresses anywhere. Like, yeah, you need to just get those email addresses. Okay, so best practices for a product launch. Here are my tips. First of all, start now. Start right away. Start planting seeds right away. I don't know if that's using BOD workouts with Jericho and Joel, if you're doing a kickboxing inspired workout, doing anything. I want you to start talking about this, planting those seeds now. Create a free group, a VIP group, info group, or an event. I've gone as far as doing both, but you might just choose to do one. So as you're talking to people about this, you add them to this info group. What do you put in this info group? Before and after pictures. You can even set this up in a scheduler. I did this with Country Heat. I just had it all scheduled out. Every day I shared a little tidbit from the Quarter Force Facebook page, from Joel and Jericho's page, or Autumn's page. I would share definitely testimonials as much as I can. So make sure that you have liked the Quarter Force Facebook page, like Joel and Jericho, to be able to share stuff from them, just to get to know these trainers. Another reason I think it's really important to get behind this launch is because Joel and Jericho are brand new trainers, and nobody has worked with them yet as a Beachbody trainer, and they already have a huge following. So I think they're going to be hot. You know, once, like, you know, Autumn was like, who's Autumn, right? If you were here, like, before the 21 Day Fix, like, Autumn was nobody, like, anybody knew. But now she's like, you know, like a Beachbody right now. She's like the trainer for Beachbody right now. And I liked that I got to know her sort of, you know, like, from the program. And so every time a new program launched, I felt very confident with, you know, knowing how to talk about Autumn. And I think Joel and Jericho are going to be really hot, because I've worked out with them live at the events. Their dynamic together is really special and natural. They're so encouraging. And let me say this about, like, Jericho. I absolutely love that she has this whole, like, badass mom thing, but it's not about, you know, the rack and the abs and the booty. It's about being strong and tough. And she kind of has this, she just has this, I don't know, this package to me that I think is really special for what we're trying to represent to I think most of us and our clients. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with wanting to get skinny legs and abs and whatever, looking, you know, hot at all. Totally do that if you want. I mean, I want to too. But I love that Jericho, you know, that's not a distraction. What she stands for, and I've had the honor and pleasure, I should say this, I kind of just take it for granted. Last year at Summit, or at Leadership, I had the opportunity to be on the yacht with Carl and the other top 10 people of Challenge Pack sales that month, and Joel and Jericho. And I got to spend a lot of time talking to Jericho, a lot. And I met Joel, and I mean, they're great. They are great. But I really love her, and I really love her representing Beachbody. So I want us all to kind of get excited about what bringing this personality into our business is going to do for us. So what would you say the event is of a group versus a blah, blah, blah? Okay. Yeah, good question. I do both because I can handle both. And so that's why I say don't do both. I mean, obviously, the more you have out there, the better. I think the value in the group is that it's more private. And so some people feel more exclusive when it's a private group. You know, you say, I have a VIP interest group, then it really feels VIP. You know, but like you said, Alyssa, if it's a group, then a public event, then more people can see it. So you kind of have to decide what you want to work with. That's why I went ahead and did choose. So I would just say choose what works for you. I will say you can store things in the files section, and I've done that in the past with my free groups. I'll put, or my info groups, I'll share like product launch details there, and it's easy for them to access the files. So I would say, yeah, there's pros and cons, and you kind of just got to weigh that for yourself. Okay. What else? Okay, I would say in these groups, get email addresses. Don't just count on Facebook links. Definitely get email addresses if you can. And like I said, do the live video sneak peek when you can. Next, we're going to talk about having a social media plan. So, guys, if you haven't been consistent on social media, this is such a good incentive to make that happen. And it's such a good incentive, if your power hour has not been consistent, do it now. Don't be trying to sell quarter force last week, this month. Like, just don't. Like, you start your power hours. They're not happening now. It's now. Time is now. And being consistent with social media, it needs to happen now. If it cannot happen before a product launch, it's never going to happen. If you cannot, like, this is like taking like advantage of a huge opportunity. If you can't make this happen now, what are you waiting for? It's just the reality. It's the consistency on social media. Posting, 2 to 3 times a day, 3 ideally, and making sure that one is at least a fitness post. That you're talking about fitness, but the rest is not Beachbody. 85%. lifestyle, motivation, encouragement, fun, your niche, and then like 15% Beachbody fitness, okay? But you've got to be consistent starting now. And my plan is to share at least one testimonial, one before after every week, at least one, maybe twice in a month. You might decide, or in a week, you might decide to do a Woman Crush Wednesday or Transformation Tuesday or whatever. Femme Fatale Friday, that'd be fun. Femme Fatale, because it's like workhorse, like, okay, I don't know. Whatever, do something so that you're consistently, you have a plan to breadcrumb this program. Here's my idea, and I know I put this out to my PS team. I know Chris has already launched her, or started to launch hers. I'm bumping mine a week. And so I'm really gonna strongly suggest something like this is a, when would you start your free info group? I've already started mine, Lisa. Mine was started like 2 weeks ago. So I would say open that group tonight. You might develop a girl crush on her. Yeah, you might, Brittany. I have a crush on her. I love her. She was having breastfeeding challenges when I met her, and so I was like, oh, I'm a lactation counselor. I've had some experience. And then she's like, oh, let me get your number. And so we texted, and I was like trying to like text like, hey, how's it going? Like, I thought we were BFFs. No, she didn't respond back. I'm kidding. I just checked on her, but she did not text me back. Anyway, no, she's great, and I think she's gonna. I think the women, and the men, everyone's gonna really relate to her on the like page or personal page. I do it on my like page. If your like page isn't established, I would say just do it on your personal page for now, as far as event. But I post on both pages. I still post on, as far as social media, no, I'm posting both places. If you're not quite there yet, post the same content. If you have a like page, there's no reason for you to feel like you have to have a whole bunch of original stuff. I mean, I do sometimes, and sometimes I post the exact same thing. So I'm doing both. I'm just trying to cover all my bases. So you don't have to do double the work. Just post it on both pages. So here's what I'm doing, and this is what I started to go down the path of, is I am doing a Core de Force prep group. Brooke mentioned this a little bit on her call. She's doing something called a knockout boot camp. I think I'm calling mine just like 2-week total knockout challenge or something like that. So basically I've taken a BOD, a Beachbody on-demand prep hybrid, and so instead of doing my free clean eating group this month, I'm doing, starting on October 17th, and I am going to just put this out there for you if you think this is a good idea for yourself, to do 2 weeks of BOD workouts that are either Joel and Jericho, and I have the whole layout. Another coach shared it with me. It's like a Jericho and Joel's workout. It's a Turbo Fire because that's martial arts, kickboxing, P90X Warrior or P90X3, MMA, MMX, whatever. So they're all intended to be like martial arts, kickboxing, boxing inspired, or Joel and Jericho, their BOD exclusives. There's a yoga day, whatever. So it's kind of like priming them for the launch of Core de Force. So basically they're gonna have a free group. I'm gonna give them meal plans, and they're gonna do BOD. They all have to have a BOD trial. So even if you don't sell the challenge pack, you have that customer forever. But it will lead right into the launch on October 1st. They originally told us the 1st, but I feel like they changed it to October 31st. MMX, yes, in the end, that's right. 1 post a day is sufficient, you think, for what? You mean about I don't think you want to talk about Core de Force every day. I think that might be a little annoying. But I might be posting like 3 to 4 times a week, somehow subtly alluding to it. Maybe one pretty hard hitting, like join my, Core de Force info group. But I don't want to talk about it every day. I think that could be a little bit info group. You mean 1 post a day about the info group? But yeah, I don't know. I personally don't want to like post about it every day. I feel like it could be a little bit overkill. But I have a plan. I'm not just, I've just happened to think about it right now, I'm gonna post about it. That's never a good plan when it comes to these kind of things. You wanna have a better plan to consistently 1 post a day. Oh yeah, I think at least 1, if you can do more. I feel like I have been slacking. At least once a day I think is ideal. If you can do more, great. It's, you just wanna keep people engaged because, Facebook affinity is a fickle thing. If you're not posting in there and you do it every so often, then they're going to show it to fewer people. So frequency, Facebook rewards frequency. Info group is new to me. What do you put in it, or do you just wait for questions? Kim, that's a good question. Thank you for asking. Don't wait for questions. They're not going to ask them. They don't. People just don't. They're waiting for you to feed it to them. So an info group basically is how whenever I get information, I am sharing it with them. If I get a little bit of launch details, I'm going to share it with them. If I'm going to the Quarter Force info group or page that Beachbody puts out, and I'm sharing any updates they share. I'm sharing any videos. I call it an info group basically because they can ask questions, because it can be informational, but really it's a hype group. I mean, that's what it really is. It's a hype group. We're calling it an info group so people feel like they're going to get some information there. And they know that when they want information, they know where to find it. And that when we do have information to share, like, hey, it launches next week. Hey, here's my link. Hey, here's where my test group starts. Hey, the sneak peek's available. That's how you're going to use it informationally, but really it's a hype group. That's all it is. It's just really a hype group. You're getting people collected and you're hyping them up, and you want them in your group because someone else is going to probably be out there promoting the Quarter Force too, right? So you want your friends to come into your group. So make sure that you are leaking it to them slowly now and not somebody else, right? So you want to be ahead of the game. We have 4 weeks to do it. Jen has some creative juices. Uh-oh, that's scary. So yeah, you can get really creative with this. I say if you have ideas that are different, go for it. Just be prepared to hit the ground running when that thing launches on the 31st, okay? You don't want to like be the last person to figure it out. You want to be able to say, here's the link, it's live, people are ready to sign up with you. Okay. Let me see. I have to look at my notes to see if I have missed anything. Oh, now is the time to start to get familiar with your back office too. So I don't know, I haven't checked yet to see if Beachbody has, I don't think they have, but if you know that there's marketing materials in your back office, you may not use this very much, but I think I always really use it before a program launches because there's nothing out there that I've, heard from anybody. There's no information. So if you go to sales and marketing and you go to business tools, I believe, where is it? Product toolkits. In your back office under sales and marketing, there's product toolkits. I'm lying to you. That's not the one you want. It's business tools. Well, back here, you're always able to find once it's launched. Oh, here we go. Challenge group, guys. There we go. Nope, I lied. All right. Well, I'll send you a link, or I'll tell you the actual, whatever instructions to get to it. But basically, under sales and marketing, once they release a program and product toolkit, it'll answer every question for you. Like it'll tell you, like when Country Heat came out, I remember them letting us know, hey, go in here and look at it, and you get to see like who is this for, who to promote this to, low impact, blah blah blah. It gives you the whole any question anybody could ask you. I would say make sure that I don't think it's in there. Maybe that's why I can't find it right now. But in your back office, you can find all that information. And that's the kind of stuff that you can put into your file section of your group if you wanted to. Ashley says, do you have a new customer group starting this month too? Will you have 2 customer groups going at the same time? This month? Yes, I have my 21 day starting on the 17th as well. It just happened to fall on that date. So yeah, I don't have a problem running multiple groups in a month because I have them all scheduled. I'm not I'm not posting original content in a group most days, so yeah, I have 5 days running the same time as 21 days. I have had 3 groups running at once. I don't have a problem with it because I have it so automated with my scheduler that it's a non-issue. So yeah, I just happen to have it. And if this is something that kind of scares you, I would encourage you to, partner up with somebody. Any of my new coach, thank you, Jane. Thank you for that. Jane says, sales and marketing product toolkits, click on the product and it shows that product trait, guys. Thank you. That's what I was struggling to find. So yeah, that's a great way to get educated on that product. let me look at my notes, make sure I didn't miss anything, but while I'm doing that, do you have any questions? I know I have. Any questions? Or if you have any tips to share on what you are doing to maximize this launch. I think it's really important, guys, to be sharing your fitness journey right now. They want to join somebody who is working on themselves. So make sure that you are constantly sharing about your fitness journey. I think I get out of the touch with it because I feel like, oh my gosh, aren't people tired of it? They know I'm a fitness girl. No, you showing up is really inspiring. Laura says her demographic might be more interested in Country Heat, so I'm still working with that. Definitely continue to work with that. You really want to work with all programs. You don't want to just be a one product wonder, you know. And while your demographic might really relate to that, you know, a certain type of program, it's really important for you to get familiar with, because what happens when they're done with Country Heat? You know, you're not going to know what else to offer them because you haven't tried anything. So, you know, you might just want to definitely have experience with it, because even if people are maybe not as fit, there's more beginners. Like I said, you really don't, this workout, you don't have to do all like burpees to the ground. It really is modifiable. And secondly, I think it's fun. Like if you think, oh, I work with people who really like a dance workout because they don't like to work out. I think a lot of people consider this really fun. It's like, there's just something so therapeutic about kicking and punching. So you might be surprised. So I definitely encourage you to try it. And when that sneak peek comes out, that you're setting people up to try it. So put that on your calendar. Have a plan to hype up that sneak peek so people can try it. Like Jenny said, she didn't think she'd like it, but she tried it and she was like, I'm going to do this. And you feel tough. Becky says, you feel like a badass when you're just like, and they make you feel that way. I think that's the other thing I wanted to say about Jericho and Joel. They kind of like Shaun T, kind of like talks to you like through things, and Chalene, it's like personal development almost. They really, I don't know, they're so encouraging, and it feels like you just feel better about yourself. Kind of like whenever I work out with Chalene, like Payo, I feel like I just feel like a better person. I just feel beautiful and special, because Chalene has a way of doing that after you work out with her. And same with this one, like you just feel tough. So you should get excited. Like I think this one is going to be huge. Guys, okay, maybe you don't know this. Maybe you don't know this, but they're Les Mills trainers. Are you familiar with Les Mills? They were super trainers for Les Mills. So they are legit, and they have a huge following already before coming in. Les Mills, Body Combat, so they were Body Combat people. There's Body Pump, they're in Pump. Lawrence, they were in Pump. Those are huge in the gyms. So people that you know, like that go to the gym and do Body Combat, Body Flow, Body Pump. This is from the same company, Les Mills, and they were Les Mills trainers. So you know, people that are gym goers, but they remember Jericho and Joel, they might be interested in this program. That's why I'm saying, get to know these trainers, get to know this program, get to know that this could be a huge program for your business, for your team, for you. I mean, I think it's really going to have a bigger impact than Country Heat did on the you know, I mean, my personal demographic, but I think just in general, I think it's going to be huge. So I'm getting excited, and I want you guys to get excited. And of course, I'll probably do some kind of team-wide challenge. Okay, and also combat, Lauren says she's in combat. Yes, said Les Mills Pump. Okay, any ideas that you guys would like to share that you might have? You know, have you been thinking of any way that you're going to maximize this product launch? Oh, another idea. For those of you who have free customer leads, I don't know that you know this, but you can search what programs people are interested in. There's a field that people indicate what programs they've done or what they like. And if anybody has done, like, say, Turbo Kick or Body Combat, because they were Body Combat, because Beachbody used to own those Les Mills programs. So they were in Body Combat. So you can go back through your free leads, free customer leads, and email anybody who maybe have done that program in the past, if they like the kickboxing stuff, or if they like, you know, the Body Combat. This would be a perfect program for them to get into. Lauren says, I'm considering doing an event as my 5-day and preview workouts using BOG and whatnot, but combine it with the countdown to Quarter Force. I mean, as a 7-day actually starting on the 24th. That's definitely a great option. She's doing like a 7-day, basically is similar to what I'm talking about. I'm going to do a 2-week one just for the heck of it. Just because it's new and different, and I might be able to get more people because I'm giving more free. I don't know. We'll see. So that's why I wanted to talk to you guys now, to have you start thinking about if that's something that you might want to do, so that you have an arsenal of people to go to when that program launches. But I think just leaving the event, yeah, that works. If that's an idea. So it's public and to build up hype. That's an idea. Definitely, that's an idea. Great idea. 14-day, kick it into gear. Love it, Chris. Love that. Great idea. Chris says a 14-day fitness, kick it into gear. Will that show up when you search their name, the leads? How can you look that up? You have to go, I can't, I'm afraid to do it on the spot. I'm afraid to do it on the spot. But if you go into your sponsorship drill down, sorry. If you go into your advanced customer search, I believe. So under my business and my customers, let's just try customer search for now. I'm going to look it up. No, I think you do have to go to advanced customer search because then you're able to search specific fields. So yeah, it asks if you want to look up people. Yep, it asks you what Super Gym workout program they've done, or Team Beachbody products they've purchased, or Beachbody. So I'm gonna just, let's just do Turbo, Les Mills Body Combat. I'm gonna just look up Les Mills Combat and just click that box. It's really easy enough, guys. My business, my customers, advanced customer search, you click the box and it tells you everybody who's done that. So anyway, just give that a try. Okay, this was a short call, but I do want to hear from you if you have any other ideas. Kick it into fall, good name. And yeah, any other questions, guys? Do you have a plan? Are you going to work on your plan right now? Your social media plan, your power hour plan, making your deposits so that you have a whole ton of people to invite to this launch group. I'm really excited. And if this is something that scares you, definitely look to your upline if you're a newer coach. I'm sure they'd be happy. I'd be happy to add any of my newer coaches to my info group or my Quarter Force test group. So yes. You guys got plans? Okay, good. All right, and if there's no other questions, a month of breadcrumbing. That's right, Chris. You hear that? Guys, breadcrumb. That's all this is. That's all our social media is. It's breadcrumbing the next thing we're going to promote. So, all right. That's it for tonight. If you have any questions about, anything specifically, definitely ask within the event. That's a good place to keep it housed. And this will go to your inboxes. It'll also go up on the team call library. Make sure your coaches are getting on this. Those of you who are in the Dash to Diamond group, or the whatever you want to call it, diamonds to dollars, and I know that you're really trying to help your coaches, achieve Emerald. Any of you with teams who are trying to help your coaches get launched, really help them with this. Really lock arms with this and get them, you want them to ride this wave with you. You don't want them to try to catch it when it's already going, so really help your coaches, because this can be scary. So, they might be able to build their business just like I did as a brand new coach. I built it with T25. I invited everybody to the discount as a new coach. And I think I got like 4 coaches, just like that, as my first challenge group. Okay. All right. That's it. Talk to you guys soon. Have a good night.